right now, and you guys can follow along. We're gonna go over the movements right now. But before I forget, I have my New Year's challenge kicking off tomorrow. I would love you guys to feel free to follow along on my X/Twitter page as well as my Facebook group called Get Your Health Back. All right, I will be sharing more details on here as well, so stay tuned for that. All right, so let's go over the 5 different movements. We are actually going to be doing set stations for these 5 different exercises for this 5-minute workout. It's going to be one round through, so it's going to be super easy, super short and quick. Let's get started. All you're going to need is a mat. That first exercise is going to be single leg V-ups. One of my favorite exercises because not only does it strengthen your abdominal muscles, but it also strengthens your hip flexors. So we're going to lay on a mat. If you don't have a mat, that's fine. You're going to extend yourself nice and long. We're going to hinge from our hips. We're going to bring one leg up as my upper body and arms reach for my feet. Then we're going to come back down to the ground, starting position, and then alternate. Notice that I keep my hands off the ground here versus completely relaxing. So we're constantly engaging our abdominal muscles in this position. So we're going to be going over the movements and the exercises and the rotation of how we're going to do this. We're going to do it all together with my watch, but this is what a couple repetitions would look like. Here's how to modify. I can bend my knee, do a V crunch, right? Alternating makes it a little bit easier versus having that leg completely straight, right? So that's one modification. Another modification is just to start with both feet in this bend position. So you're creating a triangle with your reach, arms overhead, reach up, crunch, arms back overhead. So that's another modification where you're not bringing your legs up, you're just doing that modified crunch. This is so that anyone, no matter what fitness level you're at, can join in. Second exercise, rotate to our side, and we're gonna do side plank rotations. This is another favorite exercise because that's gonna target our obliques, and we're actually gonna be doing this as a dynamic position. So I'm gonna stagger my stance. If I'm on my right elbow, my left leg's in front. As I go to the other side, same thing, I'll switch. Pop the hips up, arms nice and long. We're gonna rotate our arm through, thread, come back up. You can modify by dropping the knees and tuck your toes behind you. Now, if you guys are here following along, do a couple repetitions of each as I talk through them because we're gonna get our body warmed up for the core workout. Same thing, modify here, rotation through all the way out. If for whatever reason the rotation's hard, just stay in the static position for the time frame. Then we're gonna be doing the exact same thing on the opposite side. So that's 3 different movements. There, we have 2 more exercises we're gonna do. The 4th one is gonna be a hollow rock. There are multiple levels, stay tuned for this. This is what the hollow rock looks like. We're tucking our tailbone, rocking from our hips to our shoulders or mid-back, staying all as one piece. To modify, you can bring one knee into a jackknife, hands by your thighs, palm facing up, or even to a crunch. So this is like a hollow tuck or hollow crunch position. I can even grab my knees for a little more assistance. The focus is there. Last one is actually gonna be our back side. So if you're looking to develop your booty and strengthen your back, you're gonna flip on over onto your belly. We're gonna extend our legs and arms together. You're gonna keep your toes and heels connected. So you're trying to keep them touching if you can. We're gonna squeeze, lift, hold, and come back down. So this is going to be, think of like a Superman raise where we're lifting, holding, and we're keeping those feet together. If you can't do that, then just let the feet splay out to the side. Same thing. Notice that my range of motion here is a lot more, but I'm also separating my feet. So we're looking to keep the feet together, focusing on extension. This is actually gonna stretch the front side of your body. So let's get started. I'm gonna move my mic so hopefully you guys can hear me for the first couple of repetitions. Entry's hanging out with us and we're gonna get started. So go ahead and grab your watch, clock. If you guys are new here and want to support, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and turn the notifications on for more. I can't talk. All right. We had the heater going. It is nice and warm in here. Let's get started. All right, so we got our watch clock. If you guys are following along, I'll give you guys a countdown. So remember that first exercise is the single leg, the alternating legs. Entropy, come here. Entropy, come here. Entropy, come here. Good girl. Morning. Entropy, come here. Hey, come here. I know, you're so excited. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Good girl, sit. Down, down. I know. Good girl. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Starting off with a single leg V-up, alternating legs. I'm going to adjust so I don't hit my ankle on the edge of the mat. Entropy's very interested on the people that are going, hey, Entropy, come here. Down, down. Good girl. Entropy is also the guest star of the show, not me. So we're doing a running clock here. We have this 1 minute is a single leg V-up. Remember, you can modify at any point, meaning I can bend my knee and come into that tuck position or keep both feet planted and do that little mini crunch. But I do want you to bring your arm overhead like so and then reach. So this is going to focus on that single leg hip flexor, but since your abs are constantly engaged, and she'll be left, she's over it, we are going to have a lot of core engagement here. Remember, core is from shoulders to hips, so I'm using my hips to flex my leg, also using my upper body to bring my arms close to my feet. Good, 55 seconds, and let's transition. We're gonna go straight to the next one. Side plank rotations, ready and go. Remember, in this plank rotation, you're pushing through your elbow, pushing your forearm and wrist into the ground, depending if you're using a mat or not, and I'm keeping my shoulders and hips in line, meaning I don't wanna drop my hips like so. My opposite arm is rotating, palm towards the sky. Then I'm threading it through my elbow. It's hard to talk and work out at the same time. I'm kind of below my elbow. And remember, we can always modify by dropping to the knees, tucking our feet behind you, and threading that arm through for the side plank rotations. This is a great exercise to do if you're looking to strengthen your core, your shoulder. Your shoulder is stabilizing yourself here, obviously. You're pressing through the floor and that elbow as you're twisting, rotating. We're getting a little more of the obliques here. Good, we got about 5 more seconds. Then we're gonna switch. 3, 2, 1, and switch. We're switching around the 55-second mark so I can transition. There we go, straight into the next minute. So you may notice that one side may feel tighter, or one side might feel stronger. One side you might shake more. Maybe you feel more stable. Everyone's a little different, but you will notice that one side may feel a little stronger than the other side. Don't be afraid to breathe heavy like I am. Again, remember we have 1 minute for each movement here. And like I mentioned earlier, I have my 31 January New Year's challenge starting tomorrow. If you guys want to join in, feel free to drop a question if you have them below, and I'll get to them. Go, we got about 20 more seconds, a little less than 20 seconds. Remember, after this, we're gonna go box. This may be the hardest minute here because it is the fourth minute, like the fourth set of back squats always seems to be the most challenging. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rotate. All right, so same thing onto our back and into the hollow rocks. Remember, here we're nice and long, meaning I'm reaching my toes long, arms back behind me. You can modify by a jackknife, one knee in. Doesn't matter what knee in, right? You can also bring your hands by your palms like so. This is a little harder with both legs extended because your body weight is going to pull you down towards your heels. So you have to work a little bit harder to pull yourself back up. Woo, 21 seconds. Like I said, that's the hardest one. If you have to take a break or rest it, hollow rocks and coaching are really hard to do. Okay, we have about 15 seconds to go. Remember, 1 more after this. The last one, we're going to take a break from the abs and go to the back. Remember, the challenge starts tomorrow. I'd love you guys to join in. There's 4 elements. We have a lesson, a challenge, a movement piece, and then we have a mindset piece. Go, last minute here. Remember, we're working on our toes and heels together. We're squeezing our glutes, lifting our upper body and our lower body as much as we can. If you need to modify, let the feet come off to the side. You will get more range of motion there, but we're trying to really work on keeping the heels and toes together as we elevate and lift our body off the ground. So just as it is important to train the front side of our body, it is also important to train the back side of our body. Our back side of the body is called, in a technical term, the posterior chain. The front side of our body is the anterior. So think anterior front, posterior back. Right, so back, butt, right? A lot of people like to train the chest, the abs, and again, those are important, but it's also very important to train the back. Our back side of our body is our go muscles. So if you're looking for speed, looking for power, we want to strengthen the back side of our body. Good. 2, 1, and rest. Woo. Alrighty. So you guys just crushed it for a little 5-minute workout. Fist bumps, high fives. For those that are tuning in, thank you guys all for joining in. Awesome. All right. So again, you're looking to strengthen your abdominal muscles as well as your core, hip flexors, and your butt. This is a great quick 5-minute workout that you can incorporate into your routine. If you're looking for a challenge, join my challenge for January. If you want to support, feel free to share this video. Hopefully it'll reach other people. You can also gift or super gift if you want to see more. Please feel free to share your comments of whether it's quick tutorials, whether it's lifestyle videos, if it's supersets, if it's out and about with the gym, if it's with entropy. Entropy, come here. I think more people would want to see entropy than they would want to see me. So Thank you guys for tuning in. Actually, come here. Let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye. I don't know if I'll be able to pick her up here. Sit. Up. There we go. So this is the cutest little entropy you'll ever find. She's a golden retriever. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining in. I hope you guys have a fabulous day and a great new year. And we will see you guys soon.